In today's episode, we're heading to 1800s England, onto the lonely, windswept moors of Dartmoor, where mist clings to the hills and shadows move with the fog. There lies a solitary grave, a place locals still speak of in hushed tones. This is the resting place of a young woman whose sorrow, they say, lingers to this day. This is the story of Kitty J, a tale of love, loss, and a spirit that refuses to be forgotten. Our story starts in Newton Abbot, Devon. Kitty, sometimes referred to as Mary J, was believed to be an orphan. In her early years, she lived in the local poorhouses, institutions set up for the destitute. These were grim places marked by hard labor and strict discipline, where children were often separated from their families. For a young girl like Kitty, life would have been harsh and lonely. As she grew older, Kitty left the poorhouse and sought work on the surrounding farms of Dartmoor. She eventually found employment as a servant girl on such farm. That's where the story takes a darker turn, as Kitty is believed to have fallen in love, or perhaps was coerced into a relationship with the farmer's son. When she became pregnant, everything changed. In Victorian England, being an unwed mother was considered shameful. Society was quick to cast judgment, especially on women. And Kitty, once a servant girl with few rights to begin with, now found herself completely ostracized, alone, heartbroken, and with no one to turn to. She died by suicide. According to the story, she hanged herself in the barn. After her death, Kitty wasn't given a proper burial. Instead, her body was taken to a lonely crossroads on Dartmoor and buried without a ceremony, not in a churchyard, just beneath the dirt and gravel where two roads meet. Why crossroads, you might wonder? Well, in Christian tradition of the time, suicide was viewed as both a sin and a crime. Those who died by suicide were denied burial in consecrated grounds. Crossroads burials were meant to confuse the spirit, to trap it, so it couldn't return to trouble the living. It was also a form of public shaming, punishment, even in death. These crossroads were often places of execution or isolation, far from town centers and almost always forgotten. But Kitty J's grave was never quite forgotten. For more than a century, fresh flowers have appeared regularly on the mound. No one knows who places them. There have been no public records, no witnesses, just the silent offering of flowers, day after day. It has become part of a legend, the idea that someone or something still honors her. Some locals believe it's the work of a benevolent spirit. Others say it's a local tradition that simply carried on anonymously. The writer and poet Jones Galsworthy even wrote about her grave, describing the persistent presence of fresh flowers and the weight of sorrow in the air around the site. But her story doesn't end in the 1800s. Over the years, strange reports began to emerge. There were claims of unusual occurrences or strange sightings, and even violent crimes happening near her grave. Several unsolved murders have taken place near the site since the late 19th century. Victims were found with strange symbols etched into the ground nearby, marks resembling Celtic protection symbols. The most famous of these cases was a hiker found in the early 2000s, lying next to Kitty J's grave with her eyes open, fixed on the gravestone. The symbols near her body matched ancient warding signs, suggesting either someone was trying to protect themselves or to trap something. Locals tell of shadowy figures wandering in the moor at night. Some say it's a woman in a period dress. Others describe an almost formless shape, heavy with grief. Whatever it is, it adds to the legend, and it fuels the speculation that Kitty's spirit is not at rest. Of course, not everyone believes these stories. Many historians and local skeptics caution against drawing connections between folklore and crime. The moors are vast and isolated, perfect for anyone trying to leave no trace. The symbols, they argue, could be the work of someone familiar with Dartmoor legends, maybe even someone using them deliberately to mislead. As we know, copycats and criminals often piggyback on legends to blur their motives. And when a place like Kitty J's grave gains a reputation, it becomes ripe for obsession. But should her name be linked to these horrors? I don't think so. Kitty J was a victim of society, of shame, and of abandonment. Her story is not one of vengeance or haunting, but of a heartbreak. If there is a spirit on the moor, perhaps it's not one of violence, but one calling out to be remembered with dignity. Today, Kitty J's grave is one of Dartmoor's most visited and respected sites. It sits near Hound Tor, a craggy rock formation also wrapped in legends. Visitors leave coins, flowers, and trinkets. These are silent tokens of respect. Local school children often learn her story. Hikers who pass by speak of strange stillness in the air. Some even claim they hear whispers. Others feel nothing but sadness. So, that's the tale of Kitty J, an orphan, servant, a mother, and a legend. Her life ended in sorrow, but her memory lives in through whispers on the wind, flowers on her grave, and the stories we continue to tell. Thanks for walking down this trail with us today.